So 7 on Your Side reached out to Uber Eats to find their missing dough, and within days, they got a delivery of their own. This holiday season, we're seeing a potential record-setting amount of travel. The American Automobile Association says over 119 million Americans will be hitting the road. And as you can see, New York City is feeling the love. Behind me currently is one of the houses taking part in the campaign right here in West Hempstead. As you can see, so many beautiful lights. The homeowner tells me it takes over a month to get this look together. The Hofstra Pride falls short tonight against the Northeastern Huskies, 77-68 right here in Hempstead. This one was a close one through and through, neck and neck going into the break. They were only down 7 points, and in the second half, they were able to scratch and claw their way back, tying this one up with about 5 minutes left in the game, largely due to the efforts of Cruz Davis and Jean Aaron Gurin. So, Cameron, it seems that the economy is starting to get a bit back on track after Trump's tariff pause in early April. Does it look like we might be seeing those tariffs stay away for longer than those initial 90 days? A big one in Buffalo this week. The Bills snapped the Kansas City Chiefs' undefeated start to the season, trumping them 30-21. Despite losing some key pieces this offseason, the reigning Super Bowl champs were on track to win 10 straight games. That's before Josh Allen rushed for the game-sealing TD, ending all hopes for a perfect season in Kansas City. The final game of the World Series was played just moments ago behind me here at Yankee Stadium. You can see the fans starting to leave. But despite the loss, fans told me how much bigger sports is than just winning or losing. Jake, you're asking what can this team do? What they could have done already passed when the trade deadline came. This team needs personnel. It's the same problem they had last year. They do not have the depth to keep up with these guys. And my good friend Alan Hahn at ESPN and MSG Network says Tom Thibodeau is not the guy to blame for this team's injuries, and maybe he's not. But maybe he's the guy to blame as to why this team does not have the depth they need to compete for a championship. I am here with Layla Watson, founder of the I Am My Sister organization. Back in January, when this project first began, I went to Findlay Middle School to see students sorting through donations, just beginning to set up the closet. Clearly, those participating were excited about the initiative. Let's take a look. Studying, learning, and thrifting? Well, students at Robert Findlay Middle School can do all three with My Big Sister's Closet opening up its doors.
Take a look at dogs in costumes.
While we're gearing up for Halloween, these dogs have some costumes of their own. Today was the 5th annual Kiwanis Dog Show in Glen Cove.
Your Dog Show 2025, kick it off, let's go!
Locals gathered at Garvey's Point to take in some puppy love.
A lot of people come out for it every year. Glen Cove is very much a dog town.
This dog show was hosted by the North Shore chapter of Kiwanis, a national nonprofit dedicated to serving people around the world.
Our mission is only to help children in the community. That's what we do.
Kiwanis has raised $10,000 in the past 5 years to donate coats and other necessities to local families, but events like this help bring the community together in the cutest way possible.
It's an awful lot of fun. People with dogs get friendly, the dogs get friendly.
And I think it's fun to see adults kind of lean into the silliness of dressing up dogs in costumes.
Each dog strut down the runway in its best look. Well, at least most of them. There were categories for fanciest, matching costumes, tricks, and best in show. And when it was all said and done, the winners were decided.
The Best in Show 2025 in the North Shore Kiwanis Club Dog Show.
It was an afternoon full of tricks and treats, but instead of getting spooked, all you could say was,
with cancer, you better be proactive. You can never give up.
Stephen Smith, aka Coach Opie, is a longtime Long Island football coach. He's molded athletes at schools in Oceanside, Wantagh, Roosevelt, Westbury, and even in the semi-pros. For decades, football was his life.
I played a lot of sports growing up, and when I started coaching, I was always just Coach Opie.
Smith has coached at many stadiums across Long Island, including this one right here, Sheward Stadium at Hofstra University. But that coaching tenure almost came crashing down when he got the news.
I noticed a bump on my collarbone, and with the bump on my collarbone, I was like, what is this? And I went to my doctor. I got a biopsy and I had cancer.
Luckily for Smith, they caught it early. He started chemotherapy immediately and went through with it for over a year. And fast forward to today, Coach Opie's been in remission for 5.5 years. His key to beating cancer? Going on offense.
Eat well, be active, stay positive, get out there, socialize, do your job. If you go home and lay in your bed with cancer and watch TV, it's going to be a tough road.
When it comes to cancer, there is no playbook. So Smith focused on staying positive and determined.
Once I knew I had it and the doctors told me what it was and what I had to have done, I just was motivated to get it done. I knew I was positive. I knew I had to act right away.
However, Coach Opie says that much of his mindset after being diagnosed came from his days on the gridiron.
It comes from my upbringing, growing up, my love of coaching. I know I got to attack this condition and I got to do the right thing. And I'm going to do what I got to do to knock it out.
As a coach, Smith's played in playoffs and championships, but in the game of life, there's no question that this is his biggest victory. And he's going to do everything in his power to stay in the win column.
It's a journey that keeps going on. I'm lucky now. I'm in remission, and I'm going to continue to do the steps necessary to keep it that way.
Now 67 years old, Coach Opie continues to pass on his knowledge on the football field.